Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us on Joy Asanye Live this beautiful evening. It's wonderful to be here, and today we are having a very interesting conversation spotlighting challenges that young people in our tertiary institutions, the Nigerian tertiary institutions, are facing. I know that since the renewed Hope administration, that's the administration of President Bola Tinubu, he has somewhat spotlighted a lot of initiatives and programs that he says would give that facelift necessary. We have been complaining about funding challenges from for the universities. We've been complaining about research and development, the fact that we're not seeing innovations from our universities. Is it even possible to generate funds? Well, as all the conversation we'll be having on today's edition of Joy Asanye Live, would also get to the student loans. Like it was announced earlier today, that NEL Fund, that is the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, has disbursed 12 billion naira loans to qualified students across various tertiary institutions nationwide since its inception. This came from the managing director of the fund, Oguntade Soya, who disclosed this recently to the House Committee on Education. We'll not get into that. Let's get relatable. Nigerian youth having the free access or the what's the word I'm trying to look for now? Equal access. I think that's it. Equal access to get to these loans. Are there bottlenecks that we must address? In the studio to discuss all of this and maybe more, and his emergence, because it's exciting, he has recently emerged the National Senate President of the National Association of University Students, is Comrade Oguntade Israel Omodolamu. Thank you so much for being part of the program.
Evening. It's good to be here.
It's good to have you as well.
Yeah, thank you, Joy.
Yes. So we'll go for a very short break. When we come back, we'll get to how he emerged Senate President of this very important association of our tertiary institutions, and then we get to the conversations. What are the challenges? Are our government really addressing them? We'll be right back. Welcome back from that very short break. Now, what would you say? How did you emerge? And congratulations, first of all. But how was it? I know these days our university electioneering process is very challenging. It's almost like running for president of Nigeria. How did it happen? I would like to know.
Yeah, firstly, all thanks to God and all thanks to my fellow university colleagues. It is not an easy journey. Firstly, I've served in many capacities of the Student Union.
Within NAUS?
Yes. I was the second Senate President of Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology Student Union Government. I was the second Senate President. Throughout my tenure, I performed wonderfully well.
You say so?
Yeah. No human being can achieve to perfection. But I can still say that I tried my best possible. So after my first degree, and I was about to put in for my second degree, and some friends around the 6th geopolitical zone of Nigeria called me, "Oh, Israel, we want you to be the Senate President." And glory be to God, I had a flawless victory.
Flawless. What does flawless mean? Because often, before you respond to that, often when we talk about the student elections, we understand how politicians understand how important it is to have that demographic of students, because a lot of them are at the voting age. They are the ones who will have those energies during campaigns and all of that, and so there's a lot of meddling that gets into your elections. Is this something you experienced as well?
I just want you to delete the notion that every student union association government talks.
Nope, I did not say. I was very careful not to say talks, although
all government instruments. We are university students. We do things. The way we do our things, that all these guys, we show differences in maturity and exposure.
Okay, so it's safe to say as we speak.
NAUS, National Association of University Students, is for students and it's for students alone. You can go and verify me in my school, Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology. I'm a postgraduate student, a master student of fisheries management. Not like other associations that have non-students as their executive. NAUS is different. We are a great association. You know, when it's come to university, NAUS comprises of undergraduate students, postgraduate students, which comprises of the PDG, masters, and PhD. We call something postdoctoral too. So it consists of those students. You see that, okay, this association is an association, is a gathering of the elite.
Omodolamu, wait, I need to get your name right. Omodolamu.
A child who holds wealth.
Right, Omodolamu. Yeah. Now, my question which I think you have not really addressed, is during this electioneering process, did you see the meddling at all? Did you even get approached at all? Because it seems like you're jumping over my questions and not necessarily answering. By political office holders, public office holders, by politicians who often meddle in these elections. And you say your elections was flawless. Is this safe to say that you emerged and there's nobody also factioning, or because that has become another aspect of elections, even in this level?
Yeah, I've said it earlier on that NAUS is a great association.
So you weren't approached by a political party, a politician?
You know, I won't say I don't have politicians as friends, but union aside, politics aside, I'm a purely unionist.
Okay.
Purely unionist. I don't involve in politics. Maybe
so did you get support? Did you get support from political?
No.
Okay.
No. I have so many of my friends that donated for me.
And they are all politicians?
No, they are not politicians. They are students. 1,000 to 2,000.
Never mind. I just wanted to rile you up like that.
But after this, I can decide to go into full politics. But as for now, I'm a great unionist.
Right. Well, we have established that nobody funded you.
Yes.
And there was no meddling, because you remember what happened, the allegations that happened during the National Association of Nigerian Students elections and several other student unions and all of that. But let's get into the education system, our sector right now. What made you want to run as Senate President of NAUS?
The thing is, I just believe that many people have occupied that seat. Many people have been student union leaders without thinking, without fostering the interest of the Nigerian student. So many people are there just for their own pocket. We are here to fight for our students' rights. And by the end of our tenure, we will make sure we reach out to every university student. We have so many initiatives on board. We have so many programs on board that will unite us. Yoruba will come together, Hausa will come together, Igbos will come together, the Secretary will come together. We will all come together as one and tell the government of the data, this is what we want, this is all our challenges, this is our problems, and these are the solutions. You know, we are the one facing the problem, and we are the one to look for solutions for ourselves. So
what would you say over time when you engage with government? How has the reception been? Do they take you seriously?
Yes. I want to give kudos to the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay.
He has been doing well. About 2 days ago, a CNG bus, 100-seater CNG bus was delivered to us.
What do you mean us? Who is us?
To National Association of University Students.
Okay.
Was delivered to us in Abuja here, and we will make sure that that bus is useful to the student populace.
How is it useful to the student populace? It's just one bus, right? And it's 100-seater.
Yes, 100-seater.
And this is just going to serve the executives of NAUS. And
no, not executive.
It has to be an executive, because I mean, how does this serve other students? In that vein, when you got this bus, did you also say, listen, sir, excuse me, Your Excellency, there are several other students who need buses in universities, especially government-owned universities. They are struggling to even get within the university. There are no available buses. Were you able to still say that now that you've gotten bus that will take you around?
Firstly, the bus was donated to National Association of University Students, not National Association of University Students ESCO 2023-2024. And let me tell you something about this.
How far can one bus go is the question I'm asking. We have 36 and the FCT.
Let us appreciate the government, and we will make sure we will try our best possible to cut across all campuses. Abuja, University of Abuja, we use it for a week. Nasarawa State University, we use it for a week.
How realistic? You see this thing you're saying? My viewers will soon come after you.
No.
What you're saying to us, what you want us to believe, is that hold on, is that you would use it.
Yes.
That's the University of Abuja will use it for a week,
yes.
And the using means what? Students who are trying to. Yes, students who are trying
maybe the normal school shuttle is 100 naira. You know, the bus is run on CNG,
so it's not as expensive.
And CNG is cheaper. So if the normal school shuttle is 150 naira, we the NAUS school, we give it out 50 naira.
Okay, but my question now is you just mentioned how you're going to spread it across Nigeria just to ensure that everyone.
But I'm not saying it we all across the Nigerian university, but at least we will try our best possible. So during the end of our tenure, okay, so student will be like, okay, we remember this bus. Do you know there's something called posterity? If we got it wrong, maybe in the next 10 years, I just decide, okay, I want to run for the National Assembly, State House of Assembly. Some of my mates, some of my colleagues will come out and tell me that you are not a good person.
Do you think they'll still say that now that you negotiated for only one bus for NAUS students across Nigeria?
No, we didn't negotiate it for.
Oh, I mean, you got one and you're like, oh, Your Excellency is too much. You were giving me credit a minute ago.
You know, we have to appreciate
the small.
Yes.
For more
let me tell you, the bus, the 100-seater, worth over 150 million naira, and we have NACES.
And Nigeria cannot at least get one for every state university.
We have NACES collected, National Association of College of Education Students. NAPS collect. No, it belongs to the students of College of Education. NAPS collected, National Association of Polytechnic Students.
Okay.
NAPS collected, that's our mother body.
Right.
And NAUS collected. And after that, we still have some packages for our zonal coordinators for NAS.
What are those packages?
Buses,
yes,
CNG buses.
So, okay, so my concern when we have conversations like this is there are very serious challenges that universities, tertiary institutions in Nigeria really face. And when I communicate with union leaders such as yourself, I expect to have better structured initiatives to address the challenges that the universities face. For instance, we still at this moment hear that our academic staff union are going on strike, threatening government. We're going back and forth and all of that. They're talking about the funding lapses and paucity of funds in the university system. We're talking about innovative facilities that would help learning. Yeah. There are several issues that the Nigerian universities face. When you sit with the president, as I have seen a lot of you people frolic with these issues, do they come to the burner? Do they come to that table?
The thing is,
or you are just like a boss for our ESCO, because as you cannot convince me and our viewers right now that this 100-seater one bus is going to serve.
I have my own car and I can't use
probably
two. I can't use two at the same time.
You probably do.
I can't use two at the same time. And that bus, you can't use it alone. It is a Macapolo, a 100-seater, for God's sake. I don't have a compound that we that will contain or that will occupy. I live in a self-con.
You're making it sound like this. Listen, I was in University of Abuja.
Yeah.
That's where I studied. And I'm telling you, a 100-seater bus could not take sociology students. Sociology students. I'm talking about not a faculty. I'm talking about one department. So, again, leave this bus story. When you sit with the president, do you have these conversations? Is it something now that you have emerged, you would engage with the government in power more to address the challenges beyond bus? Because right now you seem aesthetic and happy about your bus, the bus that has just been donated. But moving away from the bus, what other conversations do you hope to have?
The thing is, we just have to appreciate.
First of all, for this bus.
No, not for that bus. See, NAUS Fund is a great initiative.
Right. And
we, the Students' Union Association, we've moved all through the 6 geopolitical zones of this nation. And we've enlightened people on how to get all those loans. And it is available for every student.
Okay, so yeah, that's another thing I wanted to address. I personally, in all honesty, did not read the comments as to students who were complaining about how to access these loans, right? But I did see the press conference, the press parley that the managing director had with the media, trying to allay fears that, oh, for crying out loud, this everybody has, because the conversation at the time was that it was becoming regional. Only certain individuals from the southwest had more opportunities. But I would like you to address it. No. You engage with students.
There's equity, total equity. A student of Nasarawa State University can access the loan. A student of University of Ibadan can access the loan. A student of UNN can access the loan. It is for every student. Every student. And this NAUS Fund program, every school has its breakdown. Okay, University of Ibadan, I've collected 12 million. University of Lokoja, I've collected 7 million. University of Katangwa, I've collected 80 billion. So it is an initiative that comes with honesty and transparency. So don't let anybody hoodwink. You know, we are in Africa. No matter how good you are to people, they will still tell you, there will still be some side talk that it's not doing fine.
But could it be could it be that the awareness level was low? Because even on social media, I also heard some people who said that were applying. In truth, there were those legitimate concerns that they applied and their names had come out as having already applied. There were issues like that. It may be technical, I do not know. But do you think this government is really ready to have it? I mean, when you see Nigerians, like you said, we are very skeptical, but 12 billion naira has gone in loans. 12 billion naira.
Do you realize that we have more than 20 million university students?
Of course.
So 12 billion naira
is a drop in the ocean. I get that.
So the thing is, you know, some of us are so what's it called? So cunning. You can have a roommate and you can have all his info, and you will use it to apply. So it is a normal thing. It happens in the United States. It happens. Exactly. It is called theft of identity.
Identity theft is everywhere.
And some might be forfeit, might be rumors. So, but let us appreciate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu for that scheme, because it has really helped a lot of students, a lot. Okay, so a lot of people feel that instead of giving us a loan scheme, that 12 billion could have gone into rejigging or getting the universities better. I know that sometimes you get to some universities, they are in such dilapidated situations, and structures are so bad. And I am paying loans to come attend this university where we are still using curriculums that are so, obsolete, very long time ago. We do not have equipment and facilities that would get us at par with our contemporaries across the world. So do you think, honestly, and you have a lot of appreciations for the president right now, but
do you think that the president could have, first of all, rejigged our system, gotten us innovative facilities first before loans for students?
The thing is, in science we call something ecological process. Ecological
process. I seem to understand. Yes. Okay, I fail to know how to connect an ecological process to this.
A gradual process. The thing is, some students are in need. Some students are in need of money. Some students are in need of class materials, a conducive environment, a conducive classroom, a whiteboard, so many other things, or a good and a well-equipped laboratories. But the thing is, we are just a month and some days old administration, and we are trying our best possible. We had a protest about the blackout that happened in the northern part of Nigeria. Are you aware of it?
I am, of course. Yes. I mean, we reported it.
I think during that time we are just a month old. See, we have a lot on our drawing book. We have a lot to do. See, we are going to meet with the NUC. There's some courses that are offered by some university that are not even what's it called, accredited. So we will look into that. We will meet with the TED fund. Some TED fund what's it called, TED fund project are substandard projects. We will look into that. We will make sure we meet with the right quarters, so that every of the challenges we are facing in our various campuses can be looked into. Then we have 3 C's in Aluta, in our government. We have consultation, we have consolidation, and we have confrontation.
Okay.
We will make sure that we consult them.
Okay.
After consult, we will put more energy in our consultation. That will lead to consolidation. And after that, we will confront. We have a peaceful protest, but we know before it ends in a demonstration, in a protest, we will achieve.
But now that you're being given bosses, you think you will still have the moral standing?
No.
But let's move away from that.
No, the federal government has the right to take care of its students.
Of course.
Don't think. Let me just tell you something.
I'm just.
Let me rewind.
Right.
You said something that, did anyone bankroll me during my campaign? And I told you no.
Right.
See, my conscience will judge me. Do you understand? If the government is not doing it right, we will tell them you are not getting it right.
Comrade Omodolamu, we will be right back after this short break. We're still discussing what's going on in our universities, all the challenges we're facing, and these unions and associations of university students. Can they stand tall to ask government for what they need? We'll be right back to discuss more. This is still Joy Asanye Live. Welcome back. This is Joy Asanye Live. We're discussing the tertiary institution, and in the studio right here is NAUS National Senate President, Comrade Oguntade Israel Omodolamu. Thank you again for being with us right here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right now, let's talk about your emergence as National Senate President. What are your plans? I'm sure a lot of Nigerian university students are waiting to, hear all you have promised. You are a mini politician in some way. So I'm sure when you told them you are going to bring bomb water, they are going to make sure that there is food in on their tables. Now you have time to implement. But what are your plans?
The thing is, in this life, don't promise.
You're a politician, you cannot say that.
Don't promise a mansion. But you can't even afford to build a bungalow. And let me tell you something.
Did you promise a bungalow knowing you can only fulfill bungalow?
No.
Do the Nigerian students expect you to are they realistic in their demand?
I won't hoodwink you. I'm a very straightforward person. If I say the truth, I will die. And if I say the truth, I will die. See, no University Students Union is giving us any revenue.
Of course.
So sometimes we sought for funds for any program we have in place.
Right.
Like our inauguration now, we are sorting for funds. Please help us. Help us. We are writing to people, help us. It's not that we are getting the financial support from everywhere. No University Student Union is paying any due to the national body.
Okay.
So we have to sort for funds. I personally have known, I can't count the tens of millions I've spent. I will come to Abuja, I school in Ondo with more than 30 students.
What was bringing you to Abuja?
You know, we have Abuja is the center of this is
where all the politicians
yes,
are.
now this is the face of Nigeria. No, not all the politicians. Not all
I
the
just wanted to know what is bringing you to Abuja.
If I want to fight the NUC now, or if I want to have a meeting with the NUC now, I can't have a meeting with them in Ondo State. I will have to come to Abuja. If I have a meeting with TED Fund, I won't come to. They are not in Ondo State. They are in Abuja. The Federal Ministry of Education, they are in Abuja. So there's we have some challenges that we are facing in our various campuses. Now, LAUTECH has the management has increased the school fee. So we have to be there. We are spending our own funds.
But you must be getting these funds. You are only but a student after all.
The thing is, I just believe that when you foster the interest of the Nigerian student, you are going to gain it. It is not the reward that will come in the next 2 years or that will come
right away.
But at least you will get the name. If I've told you the other time, if I get it right, people will hail me. I get what I'm saying. If I get it wrong, people will blast me. So we just have to do things to have a greater future. The future starts now. We are the leader of tomorrow. No, there's no tomorrow. It has. We are in it already. Okay,
so what is it you really promised Nigerian youth? Nigerian.
Let me just tell you, there's nothing in our constitution to deliver as the Senate President. Just deliver your constitutional duty,
which is
our constitution. If we have any section that we should chip in some things or remove some things, I get what I'm saying. We will do that, and we will have Senate sitting in all the 6 geopolitical zones of the nation. So we will get in touch with Nigerian students. We will foster the interest. You know, we will share in their pains. We won't be like an oddity to them. We won't be like a neophyte to them. We will share in their pain, hopes, and aspirations. So that's the main what's it called?
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Okay, there's something going on in our school. The case of insecurity, we will go down. We will touch down. The management will feel it that okay, yes, the national body is around. We are not coward. Because the way you view us.
We actually do have a caller right now trying to reach us. Hello there, good evening. Good evening. You can try to reach us back again to have this conversation. I can see that he was in a noisy place. Try to get to a quieter place, turn down the volume of your set, and so that we can have a proper conversation. But sorry if you can catch your thoughts back.
So whenever we are facing challenges in various campuses, we will touch down, we will move down to the institution. We are not cowards. We have a lot of intelligent people on board.
Okay.
Brilliant students. as I am. I almost graduated with first class. So it's not that I'm not doing well academically. We know what is right. We know our rights. We have law students among us that will guide us legally. Okay. This step, it will
make or mar your efforts, right?
So we have a lot of things on ground, and Nigerian students should trust. You should trust us. We are not here to be a figurehead. What's it called? Executives. They will be seeing us around. Maybe you can permit me to give my number out to Nigerian students. If there's any problem,
they should call on you.
Yes, they should call me. They should call me, because I believe that God will judge us one day.
Okay, so when you go to this university, you just talked about one that increased tertiary fees.
Yeah.
So when you go to these universities, you have conversations with the management.
Yes.
And often they are this particular one you mentioned. Lautech is government owned.
Yes,
state owned.
Yes, Oyo State
owned, right? So what's the reception? Because when we have these conversations around increment in fees in fees, is because they must have captured a lot of things. You see the inflationary trend of Nigeria and all of that. But when you have these conversations, what often happens? Do they take you seriously enough to say, you know what you have come to propose is good? But before you answer that, let's quickly talk to somebody who has reached us now. Good evening. Hello, good evening. I think it's our network trying to play a fast one. It would be nice to have a proper conversation. Please keep trying to reach us, but if you can respond to that, are you taken seriously? How is the reception like?
See, we are always realistic with our demands. We know the situation of the country, that the economy now is kind of bad, and we have to be realistic. There will be increment, but it must be a very reasonable increment. You can't just increase a school fee of 150,000 naira to 350,000 naira.
That's from
150,000 naira to 350,000 naira.
But you go to the market and you see that you give them a break. When you used to buy paracetamol for 50 naira and now you have to buy for 300 naira, you give them a break. But when it comes to the education, it's like, no, you cannot afford to do that. But these things have increased.
Let me just tell you something. There are some countries that from primary level to tertiary institution level, it is very, very affordable. If it is near to a free education. Are you getting what I'm saying? We are government.
Okay, we have yet another caller. Okay. Hello there, good evening.
Good evening.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Omodolamu. I'm calling from Abakaliki.
Okay. Thank you so much for reaching us. What's your question or observation?
Well, my question is one. I want to commend the young man for the initiative, and I also want to implore him to continue with what he's doing. But the problem of Nigeria today is no longer the failure of leadership, it's a youth failure. The youth have refused or do not know that they should demand for their future. Today, tomorrow is their day, tomorrow is their day, and tomorrow is going. Sorry, those who inherited government from 1960 are still in poverty today. So what are the youth doing? Sorry, thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief Iboku. Okay, like you said, we young people have to do more. We have yet another caller. Hello there, good evening. Hello? Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for reaching us. Yes, what's your name? Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Mr. Sonde. I'm calling from Benue State.
From Benue State. Go ahead with your question or observation.
You see, the truth is that the loan is not available for everybody. Maybe the particular people that don't have access to it. But for me,
okay, I am so happy. I'm so happy you're making this call. Have you tried to access the loan and you failed?
One of my younger brothers, he tried several times, he couldn't get it. Up till now, he's still trying it.
What was the reason? What was the reason that was given?
It is not available for all. That's what I'm saying.
That it is not available for everyone.
It's not available. That is the truth of it.
Okay. Well, that will be addressed shortly. Thank you so much for reaching us.
It's alright. Thank you.
The thing is, like I said the other time, that if I have the opportunity to give out my number, so we can enlighten them, we can put them through the the steps to get the loans. Okay.
For those who may want to get the loans.
Those who are having problems with their applications. So I can just give out my number, so we can put them. Can I?
Yes, by all means.
Yeah, my number is 090 61 84 35 74.
090 61
84
35
74. My blue number
74.
My blue number 080
okay
71
okay
550
550
640
640. Okay.
Yeah, Oguntade, Israel.
Okay, that's Oguntade's number 09061843574. He also was gracious enough to give us a second number 08071554040. Those are the numbers to call if you have an issue and you would love to have them addressed, because he insists that the loans are for the student loans is for everyone. Everyone has the ability to access, or has every right to access it, as long as you're a Nigerian student living in Nigeria with your NIN and with your matriculation number.
And if they have any other challenges,
as a Nigerian university,
we are available. That's why we are here.
Well, okay, before we got that question from that caller, we're talking about the reception you've got, especially when you were talking about increment of tertiary fees.
Some, I would say, we had a 100% or a perfect reception.
Okay.
Now, some VCs can behave like demigods. They can behave like gods. They can behave like goddess.
Like they will not. What I mean is they don't want to engage with you.
Yes. Some of them believe that, okay, when it's come to student union association, we are just doing things for what's it called, for monetary reward. But no. This, see, if we don't fight the dirty process, my own children
will come back and meet.
Yes, we come. That's why I said posterity with church.
Okay.
So what we are doing now is building the future.
Okay. But have you ever been able to change the mind of a university management?
Yes. Like LAUTECH now, they reduce. I'm not saying there will be an increment, but it should be a reasonable loan, because everything our toiletries are getting pricey.
Everything
daily. Like in January, from Ondo to Abuja is 10,000. Now from Ondo to Abuja is 25,000. We know that, okay, things have gone up pricey. So, and like the first caller said, that youth don't know their what's it called?
Place.
The thing is, we are all getting it wrong. A family is the smallest unit of a society. And if we don't have, if changes doesn't begin with us, in that smallest circle, we won't get it right. When it comes to the level of community, when it comes to level of local government, when it comes to level of state, when it comes to federal level.
Okay, so before I let you go, I would just like you to address something that a lot of us have been very concerned about: the high level and number statistics of unemployed Nigerians. And every year our university across Nigeria churns out yet another batch of graduates. We keep churning them out of school. Do you think we have what it takes to address contemporary job needs or jobs of the future?
Firstly, I will urge the federal government of Nigeria. Last 2 weeks, we had a publication out in, I think, on Vanguard, that we urge the NAUS urge the government to invest more in education, science, and technology. See, Joy, we have the popularity, we have the population, we have great graduates. I want the federal government of Nigeria to have it in mind, okay, in the next 2 years, we will stop the importation of cars. We have so many graduates of mechanical engineering. They are very brilliant. They can build cars. They can build anything mechanical stuff.
Some of them don't even have to be graduates. We see
we have so many talents. So the federal government should tell Toyota, should tell Nissan, should tell all those foreign manufacturing companies that, see, by 2026 we will ban you from our country if you do not come down here and have your own plant. See, let us even appreciate our own brand, own brand. The Innocent, the bus that they gave to us was made in Nigeria. Innocent. We have so many great countries that are doing well. So we
have yet another caller. Hello there, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
How do you do? What's your name and where are you calling us from? Can you hear us?
I'm calling from Oguntade, Benue State.
Okay, what's your name?
Oguntade, Benue State.
What is your
My
name?
name is Mr. Samuel Akamarachi.
Please go ahead with your question.
Okay. My one question, rather.
Oh, okay.
I want to say something about what my brother was saying.
Okay.
This loan, my own daughters have applied for this place.
Okay.
I'm NAUS. It's from
Natural State University?
Yes. Federal University of Nasarawa.
Okay.
Thank God, my brother has said something. He has posted
His number, right. Thank you. I hope you got the numbers right. Before the end of the show, I would also say those numbers again for those who are listening to us right now and having issues with accessing the loan. Thank you so much for your call.
Okay. God bless you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so like he said,
so like I was saying the other time, that government should hope that, okay, in the next 2 years we will stop the importation of foreign cars or foreign made machineries. They should come down to Nigeria. We have the population, we have those graduates that will work for them. Let's start, having our own locally made stuffs. We build our currency.
Okay,
I get what I'm saying.
I think we have another caller.
Okay.
We lost that call, but go ahead.
So it will build our currency.
Okay. Well, first of all, before you say in 2026, that's in about 2 years. Yes. Maybe just, less than a year. Right. No, but what I'm saying is, shouldn't we also, before we build those plants, to also have facilities that would capacity building trainings for people who would be manning? Because I remember when Dangote had to start his refinery. Do you remember how many Indians he brought into Nigeria just so that they could work on the refineries? There were no skills. The Nigerians did not have a lot of the skills that he needed. That's unfortunate. So there's so much that has to be done before we now cry foul and say patronize only Nigeria. Look at the CNG that you're talking about. These days, before you fill your tank in the CNG, I don't know if you started using your bus,
CNG,
but
you see
the queue, because there are no facilities that would ensure you get your refill easily. So maybe you should engage government more in getting these little things done first.
The thing is, you know, the CNG is a new what's it called? Is a new what's it called?
Innovation.
Yes, it's a new innovation in Nigeria. So, and don't let us wake ourselves. You cannot see the facilities available all over Nigeria. It will take years. By next year now, you also a lot of CNG outlets. So, you know, some people don't even know anything about CNG.
Okay. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Can you turn down the volume of your set? Can you hear us? Hello.
Good evening.
When you call the studio, kindly turn down the volume of your set. I know you want to hear yourself while still speaking, or move away from the TV altogether so we can have a proper conversation. We can't have a proper conversation with all the background noise. So okay, we're still having yet another caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, that's better. What's your name? Very well. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Okay, I'm calling from Ibadan. So, Rakibat Taiwo. I just graduated from Ekiti State University.
Oh, that's fantastic. What's your question or comment?
My comment is that why are they increasing school fees when there is no job for the graduates outside? We are just hustling for money to pay money for school fees. They are increasing school fees, yet there is no job. Government should please help us with that.
Okay.
That's unfair. When they are increasing school fees ahead, our parents will suffer for it. So now we graduates, we just be
What did you study? What did you study? What did you study?
So that's my comment on it.
What did you study?
Okay, like now me, I study English education.
Have you tried to get to the internet, for instance, and say, okay, I'm teaching people English education. I'm teaching people English, so that you don't wait for a job. You could create one.
I applied for it. I applied for the job, but we didn't see anything yet. So it's been past 2 years now that I've graduated. I've been trying to apply for a job.
Okay.
So nothing yet. Yet school fees are increasing. Now even one of my sisters want to get admission to Comr University. But the law they say they are borrowing students now. She doesn't have access to it.
Okay, so stay tuned. We will call out a number that you will reach out to if you're having problems, so that your sister can also reach out to that number to get a clarification on how to access the loans. Thank you so much for calling.
Many Nigerian students are just
But did you see her mindset? Now she has graduated from a beautiful course. Let us take the last call before we go. Hello there. Good evening. Can you hear me? Good evening. Hello? Okay, so your final thoughts. We really have run out of time. We will not be able to take more calls, but the
thing is, I will urge the federal government of Nigeria to give out lands for university students, for polytechnic students, for college of education students. Give us land. We want to farm.
Okay.
Yes, we are ready to work. I studied fisheries and aquaculture in my first degree. I can rear and cultivate catfish, tilapia, and so many other aquatic organisms.
Okay, so thank you again for coming. We really have run out of time, but I just want to quickly call out the numbers that Comrade Oguntade had told us you could call. He will give you clarification on how to access the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, as the NAIL fund right there. 090 is the number, 09061 843574. I'll take that number again, 09061843574, and the other number is 08071550640. That's the numbers to call if you're having issues accessing the NEL fund, just so that you get clarification, just in case you're doing something wrong. But this is where we draw the curtains on today's edition of Joy Asanye Live. I must thank you, Comrade Oguntade Israel Omodolamu.
Yeah.
I got it right. Omodolamu.
We are going to get that Yes.
He's the NAUS National Senate President. NAUS is the National Association of University Students. Again, I thank you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Have a wonderful evening. Until tomorrow when we come your way, I pray you do have a restful evening.